Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ET Considers Everything podcast for Monday, July 18th, 2016. On this edition, I'll be taking a look at a myriad of sports issues that took place over the weekend and give you my take on what happened over the weekend as well. So, let's get going with this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. First, let's start off with the 145th Open Championship, which took place over the weekend at Royal Troon Golf Club in Scotland. Henrik Stenson defeated Phil Mickelson in a duel in the clouds, is what I dubbed it, because they defeated the field by 11 shots combined. Henrik Stenson won the British Open Championship at 20 under par. Phil Mickelson finished second at minus 17, and the next closest player to him, third place, Steve Stricker, was at 5 under par. It's really unbelievable to see two great players in the final group have such great rounds as they did on Sunday. Phil Mickelson shot a final round 65 bogey free with 4 birdies, 1 eagle, and 13 pars. Henrik Stenson shot a final round 63, which tied a 43-year-old record, which was held by Johnny Miller previously at 63. He had 10 birdies, 2 bogeys, and 6 pars. A great final round by Henrik Stenson, no doubt about it, and a great final round by Phil Mickelson, but Henrik Stenson held on to win the 145th Open Championship. That was his first career major, and the first career major by any Swedish-born man. So, congratulations to Henrik Stenson and Phil Mickelson both on a wonderfully played tournament. The next news item I'd like to get into is the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race, which took place at New Hampshire yesterday. 300-mile race. Matt Kenseth held off Tony Stewart to win the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series New Hampshire 300 from New Hampshire yesterday. Matt Kenseth led 38 laps, but he did fail post-race inspection, so it's going to be interesting to see if he gets penalized by NASCAR for those post-race failures. Usually the penalties for that are 25 points. We'll just have to wait to see what NASCAR decides to do with that. Tony Stewart continues his great role in this season. He has another top 5 finish along with his victory at Sonoma, and now he's solidly in the top 30 in points with 6 races to go in the regular season before the chase begins after the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series regular season ends at Richmond in September. So a wonderful race yesterday by those two. Other notable finishes include Joey Logano in 3rd. We had Kyle Busch coming 5th, and we had Martin Truex Jr. coming 4th. Alex Bowman replacing Dale Earnhardt Jr. yesterday in the number 88 car because Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a concussion. He was in the top 10 at the time, but he had a flat tire with about 20 laps to go that kind of hurt his day, and he ended up finishing 26th. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. went on Twitter yesterday and congratulated Alex Bowman on a very great race. He was disappointed in the 26th place finish because of the flat tire, but he was very proud that he got to represent Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 car, and thanked Rick Hendrick and everybody in that team for giving him the opportunity to do so. So that young man had a great opportunity yesterday and made the most out of it, and that's my message to you all today. You can make the most out of all your opportunities when given to you. The FIFA Soccer Player of the Year was their nominees was handed out this morning, and several big notable names were on the list. Notable names included Gareth Bale, Neymar. We had Toni Kroos on the list. We had several others as well. So it looks like that Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Antoine Griezmann was on that list, and several other great players were there too. So it looks like the FIFA Player of the Year standings is going to be stacked this year with a lot of great talent. Early on, the favorite to win the award is Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, he won the Champions League with Real Madrid this year, and also went on to win the UEFA European Championships. with Portugal. So it's going to be fun to see who wins that award. There's a lot of great players that are involved in that as well. If I had to pick between two right now, I would say the favorites going into it are Cristiano Ronaldo, Antoine Griezmann, and third would probably be Lionel Messi. Moving on, NFL news this morning to report on. They're going to be experimenting with microchips in the footballs this year to track distance in between the goal nets to see field goal posts, to see how far they are going into the goal post. It's going to be interesting to see what comes up of that. They might experiment with shorting the field goal post next season. The NFL Players Association will vote on that probably after the preseason ends in late August. But that was very interesting to see how that would shape out. Von Miller also signed a big 6-year, $115 million contract with the Denver Broncos over the weekend, making him the highest paid defensive player in the league, with $70 million guaranteed coming his way. So, very great contract there for him. He'll have to prove it on the field, but he proved himself last year with a great season. He had over 10 sacks with the Denver Broncos and made a big impact, no doubt. So we'll see what happens there with the microchips, and we'll see what happens with Von Miller on the field coming up in 2016 season. And that's going to do it for this edition of the ET Considers Everything podcast for Monday, July 18th, 2016. If y'all don't mind, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. As always, I'll keep you posted on sports updates as I get them across my tablet computer and across my television screen. For now, this is ET Eric Tyler Mullins reporting from Pound, Virginia. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you very much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Later, everybody.